Hey, so before we get into today's video, we just crossed 1,000 subscribers. Pretty big deal to us.
Yep. So we decided this Terra Devlin box right here is going to go away to one of our subscribers.
So the deal is, on any of the Raveners series that's coming out, the deep dive, the how to beat, or the short lore video, you have to be a subscriber, have liked one of those videos, and then left a comment on that video as well.
And then when we do our live stream for the Exodites, we'll announce the winner.
Yep. So when the Exodites come out, we're going to do an all-day live stream going through the box, building the kit, and somewhere in there we're going to announce one of the winners based on those comments and likes. So stay tuned and good luck! Brothers and female brothers, I'm going back to the old intro. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Doc.
I'm John.
And today we're going over the 5 things that you need to beat in order to beat the Raveners and Kill Team.
You know the ones, the giant tunneling bugs. They treat the battlefield like their personal subway system. 1 minute, your operative is safe and sitting on an objective, and next, you're living out the nightmare from the Tremors movie. The 6-limbed horror is erupting out of the floor, and deciding which choice cuts of your operative it wants.
If you've played against them, you already know what we're about to go over. If you haven't, well, hold on to your innocence, because it's about to get gnarly.
We're already done a deep dive on them. Now, it's for the rest of us. The 5 most important things of how to beat them.
So with that, let's dig in. See what I did there? So the first rule we're going to go over today is respect the tunnel by staying the hell away from it. First and foremost, the tunnel is their entire personality. On their own, left out in the open, the Raveners are 20+ wound models that kind of feel like expensive space marines with anger issues. But if they lose the tunnel mechanism, the whole thing kind of falls apart.
When they're on the tunnel, they get better melee with Ceaseless with Death from Below, better defense from Whipcord Emergency, Fight First from Subterranean Horror, free burrows on counteracts, and ability to just leave. This tunnel is their power source, their safety net, and frankly, the team's core.
Yeah, most of their ploys depend on either being in the tunnel or coming out of the tunnel. So your job is simple. Make the tunnel as pointless as possible. Stay the hell away from it. Bear in mind that they can all basically come out of the tunnel with a -2 to movement, meaning they're going to have 5 inches, or with charge or dash some more. But if you can stay away from where they're at in the tunnel, you're going to prevent them from coming up to grab you like one of the monsters in Tremors and just take you out.
Fast food delivery.
Yeah. And no matter what you do, definitely do not leave operatives because of their counteracts. Do not leave operatives anywhere near their tunnel where they can come up and cause damage. Keep everybody away from the tunnel so that Burrowing Strike doesn't come up and do D3+1 damage to everyone in range.
When they're forced off the tunnel, they lose most of their ploys and their strongest rolls. Just stop working. Suddenly, there are just 5 very expensive models that have a 5-up save. Quite squishy.
Yeah.
Treat the tunnel as like a radioactive zone. Just stay clear and half the team's tricks fall through.
Now bear in mind, people get a little tricky and want to run their tunnel under objectives, so just know that that's probably going to happen, but stay away from it as much as possible.
The second point is kill one of them early. Seriously. Raveners only have 5 models. That's it. 5, losing one on turn 1, or as early as turn 2, pretty damaging to the team.
Yeah, Raveners like to slow play the team. Because of the tunnel mechanic, they aren't able to get their movement fully online until turning point 3 or 4. So good Raveners players, play with patience. You should punish them for it.
Focus fire, hard. If you have Plasma, Melta, Sniper, anything that can do some serious damage, put that through as their 5+ wounds. Quickly can have them be deleted. Even basic high volume shooting works better than you think once you strip their cover
The Raveners have a ploy called Metamorphic Flesh that allows them to heal D3 wounds when they activate, or it's an equipment piece, but regardless. So chipping away at a Ravener is really not going to do it. You need to finish the job. Get in there, and especially early on, if you can find one that somebody left hanging out, it's worth the trade to punish their team because it really pays dividends in the long game.
Raveners really like to snowball and eat away at you at their leisure. You can take away their pieces. They can't do that. The team just kind of falls apart.
Deny that tyrannid snowball. So point number 3, volume, saturate, and cover denial. So let's talk about their biggest mechanical weakness, which is the 5-up saves, and their continued reliance on cover and defensive rerolls.
On the tunnel, the Raveners get light cover due to tunnel lurkers. And Whipcord Emergency lets them reroll some of their dice, or all of them in some cases. That makes some high damage shots less reliable than you would hope. What does work is volume, and rules that ignore their defensive tricks.
Saturate weapons are gold here. You can chew through their cover saves and deny them those rerolls if at all possible. Anything that strips cover saves or forces them to take the hits raw is excellent, so volume of fire is key. Again, you can't let them stay alive by the end of the turn because they're just going to keep healing. So high attack volume just chews them up and spits them out.
Also, watch out for the Venom Spitter. That thing with the distended dorsal venom sac, thing's a mouthful.
Yeah.
It's one of the best guns in the team, and it loves sitting on the tunnel in conceal, then flipping to engage on the counteract, and then shooting, and then burrowing again for free. Priority target number 1 if you can safely reach it. Bottom line, don't try to snipe them out. Instead, buckets of dice are the solution for the 5+ saves.
Yep, eat them up. So our 4th point is outscore them early if possible. The Raveners are a slow build team. Because of the tunnel mechanic, they have trouble scoring early on in the game. So if you can focus on crit ops and tack offs in turning point 2, or set yourself up well to score at the end of turning point 1, you're going to be way ahead of the game. They're a seek and destroy / infiltration elite team, and they've only got 5 bodies. And a huge chunk of their early energy is spent building the tunnel and advancing their models out, so they've got to stay alive.
If you're playing a team with real activation advantage, make them feel every missing activation. Make them decide whether to keep models underground or surface early to their mistake. Score now and make them react later. Point 5, expect the hit and run and counteraction shenanigans. Last big one, these bugs do not fight fair. Predatory instincts lets them fight twice in an activation and counteract regardless of the order they're on. On counteract, they can often change orders and get a free burrow if they're near the tunnel. The classic line is charge, fight, maybe fight again. Survive the clapback, then on counteract, flip to conceal or just burrow away like nothing ever happened.
The Feldhellen in particular is a gotcha machine. Toxic Lunge, which is D3 plus 2 mortals and poison. They get to do this if you're within 2 inches of their tunnel, and then fight you afterwards. Poison tokens hurt you on your own activation, so it's not bad enough that you happen to be wandering by this suspicious mound of dirt, and not on it, but close enough, and this thing jumps out, grabs you, fights you, then poisons you, and on top of that, you can counteract and go back in the tunnel or flip to conceal.
Wrecker is the durable tank of the group. It doesn't care what your average damage is.
And the Tremor Scythe can interrupt moves if it's still underground. The team has a lot of wacky stuff providing that they're in or on the tunnel, and again, staying away from it's probably just best.
So, to kind of summarize, don't leave isolated models near the tunnel. That's just giving them free models.
Don't charge into a tunnel buffed fight unless you're absolutely prepared for it.
And watch out for the last activation and first counteraction sequence. That's where some of their dirty tricks can really start happening.
If they charge you and they don't finish the kill, be ready for conceal and fight again mechanics coming shortly.
They're not invincible in melee, they're just very, very good at choosing when they can fight and what they fight into. So, if you can force the fights on your terms, everything starts going your way.
It's a lot less scary that way. So in closing, those are our 5 points for what you need to know to beat the Raveners. Number 1, stay off the tunnel, or at least make it awkward.
2, kill one early.
3, bring volume and cover denial.
4, outscore them early on while they're busy digging those tunnels.
And number 5, plan for hit and run tactics, because it's gonna happen.
Raveners are thematic as hell, but generally scary only when they get the ball rolling. But they're also low model count and completely addicted to their tunnel. Take away those and suddenly you got some big scaly friends.
Yep. So summon your inner Johnny Rico and live out the quote, "The only good bug is a dead bug." If this helped you, drop a like, leave a comment, and your nastiest anti-Ravener story that you've got. And subscribe to the channel, you'll get more Kill Team content like this coming up.
And shortly, should be getting some lure out on them.
Yeah. And if you have a team that you'd like to suggest for the next video, feel free to drop it down below and we'll do what we can to get it in there. Thanks for watching.
Have a good time.
Take care.